We're back at the Hanover Project. We're excited to show you the end result. I'm standing outside of what used to be the garage. On the other side of that wall is one of the most beautiful living rooms you'll ever see. The inside is done, and wow, what a difference. The wall right behind me, or what used to be a wall right behind me, divided the kitchen, dining room, and the garage. I want to step down into what used to be the garage to the living room, which is now really comfortable in a place where you'd love to spend a lot of time. Mudroom now has a place to hide your winter coats and all your dirty shoes. The big slider opens up to the pool and really connects the spaces. Before, this was just a big brick wall. This used to be the dining room. The wall was about where the kitchen sink is, and now we've added a really big pantry that has tons of storage. We built these shelves on site, and there's also a little coffee bar over here. Pocket doors. We love pocket doors. We use them every chance we get.
When we decided to take in the dining room into the kitchen, you lose a formal dining space, and that was a challenge. So I think we were able to overcome that pretty easily, like you said, by this large island, and it bleeds right into a huge breakfast space. And as you'll see over there, we were able to do a banquette seating that completely wrapped the breakfast area on all sides, so that even though they don't have a truly formal dining space, they have enough seating for about 15 people here in this open kitchen space. So I think that was one of the biggest challenges in reconfiguring the design, and I think we were able to manage that process well. Beyond that, I think one of the most exciting parts for us was the great finishes that this homeowner wanted to use. Bright, light, and airy shaker white cabinetry with silestone countertops. People are really choosing quartz these days over granite products because it's maintenance free, and the veining in the product is much more consistent than a granite product. So you can see here how beautiful this turns out, and to have it be this light and this beautiful and still be maintenance free is, you know, a plus. The sink is a quartz composite material, and we were able to incorporate an apron front sink here as well. Gorgeous fixtures from the Delta faucet to the gorgeous hints of gold in the hardware and the light fixtures, and all the finishes, including the marble backsplash, have just come together to create a very elegant but cozy and casual space.
This divider piece here acts as a server on this side, and on the front side it looks like maybe some built-in bookshelves or something like that. This was something that is unique to this house that we designed to make some sense of the space between the living room and the open kitchen area. Over here on this side we have a beverage center. It's got the small sink. This is where the original kitchen sink was, and this is about the size of the original kitchen, it seems like. But so we kept this window in place. Got a nice beverage cooler here. Over here you have a gas cooktop, stainless steel range hood, and another detail on this backsplash is that we mitered these corners, and it looks really, really nice. This is the thing that really brings this together, was our ability to remove this major wall between the kitchen and what's now the living room, what used to be the garage. So standing here today, it's hard to even imagine that this used to be the garage here on my left, and I'm standing in what used to be the dining room. And by removing this wall and another perpendicular wall, it was able to open all this up. And the big slider out the back there, they have a beautiful backyard with a gazebo and a pool, and it was important to incorporate this into that space so that we could bring these two together. So in the summertime, they can just open those doors, We did a resilient flooring so people can come in and out without damaging the floors. We added a mudroom here behind us with a drop zone, and then a secondary entrance over this way. The space is really, really functional for an active family.
Right, I completely agree with you. One of the things that you just mentioned was this resilient flooring, and if you'll look at it, it has the texture of a real wood floor, but it's a laminate product. So like you said, coming in and out from the pool, we don't have to worry about water or kids scratching the floor. They also have dogs, so we were able to get them a really high-end look with a super great price point and unbelievable durability in this product. And then one other thing that we haven't really talked about, which is one of the prettiest things in the room, if you ask me, is this amazing divider piece that we were able to build into the space. Because there is such a huge step down there, we wanted to make sure that we also made sure that there were two spaces and that they weren't just one big open room. So by doing this custom built-in, we were able to gain functionality on the family room side, and it also serves as more of a bar serving area for the kitchen side as well. So that was just another custom piece that we put into the design as we were working through all the revisions.
Well, you know, people always come up to us and they say, you know, I want to talk about moving a wall, removing a wall between my kitchen or some space or another. And I often have the conversation with them, you know, we don't just take out walls just to gain space for no reason. So a big part of our process is to make sense of the space. We don't want to do space just for the sake of having space. It needs to make sense. And that's what's so important about our design process and working with our designers and myself, the contractor, to come up with the best version of the space that we can for you based on your budget.
And a couple other things just to mention while we're looking at this gorgeous family room. The homeowner actually had the idea to do a ceiling detail in here. They have really good taste, so we were lucky on that front. But the ceiling detail turned out just beautifully and really makes this space feel much cozier. And in addition to that, we were able to do the amazing tile work on the fireplace and the red cedar mantelpiece as well, custom built for this space. So all of those pieces put together again make it really a cozy space that the family can just kind of spend a lot of time in.
The size of this fireplace was about scale. This is about an 8-foot wide fireplace and a typical fireplace is going to be 5 to 6 feet wide. Well, this room is so large and you have such a view of this fireplace from long angles that it was important to make sure it fit the room. So the extra width to that, it goes floor to ceiling. This was hand built on site. This mantle, we left it raw. We didn't stain it or seal it or anything. It's gonna be like that from now on with the knots in it. Just beautiful Western red cedar. This is a textured, weathered kind of brick that we have used on several projects. It's got a really good look to it. The fireplace can come on with just a touch of a button. Wendy and I are here in the master bedroom. Nothing really changed as far as the layout of the bedroom or the size, but this covered porch has been converted to a cozy sitting room. We added these sliding doors to give it a little privacy and also kind of bring it to the modern age. The master bathroom was over here. It used to be pretty small, and we decided to convert that to the closet. And then we're going to show you here in just a minute how we converted the formal living room into the master bathroom.
Yeah, and don't forget that we added a laundry inside their master closet.
Nice.
So this was a traditional home built in the 90s, and the only laundry was upstairs, and that was a functionality issue for the homeowners. So we decided to keep the laundry upstairs, but add the additional one in their master so that they can function down here without having to go up and down the stairs all day long.
Quartz countertops, freestanding tub. We actually added the tower here on this one. And probably in my opinion, the best feature of this whole bathroom is this huge walk-in shower.
We have a party in this shower. It's got a huge bench, gorgeous 4x16 oversized subway tile, 3 shower heads, a rain head at the ceiling, standard shower head, and then a great handheld faucet, all from Delta. Handheld makes it really easy for cleaning the shower this size. But again, some really fun details, but very classic at the same time with penny round accents and pebbles on the floor. And what's really great about this bathroom, and the kitchen too for that matter, is as you look and you think that this bathroom looks very custom and very elegant, it is. But all of these finishes were picked out right in our MUSE showroom. So it's amazing how we can take our products and customize them to fit exactly what every customer needs and have every project look completely different. So that's one of my favorite parts about this bathroom, is that it's so unique. The size, this was a dining room before, that doesn't even...
Formal living room.
Excuse me. That doesn't even like register in my mind that that's possible. The double vanity is huge. Plenty of space for anybody that would need to do anything there.
Got great light fixtures. The tower again is another one of my favorite features. Just adds a lot of extra storage and a lot of extra style as well.
And I'm just being reminded as I stand here and look at the windows, anytime you do a remodel, there are always things that crop up, tricky things.
Yeah, you want to walk over and talk about that?
Yes. And so one of the tricky things about this project was that these shutters were existing to the house. And once the tub got into place, there would have been no way to swing the shutter open. So we were able to fabricate a custom barn door effect for these shutters so that they now slide open and don't come into contact with the tub at all. So that was kind of an on-site, last-minute, got to figure out a solution kind of thing. But we had the crew to do that, and it turned out to be quite unique.
Yeah, it was great that we could repurpose something that was original to the house.
Right. And not have to redo it.
And also it's a great solution, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the foyer, which actually where I'm standing now was once in the dining room. The wall for the dining room stopped about right here, and you had to walk through a small opening into this space. We took out the wall, mimicked the handrail on both sides to give it symmetry, and then we created a new opening into the kitchen so that when you walk into the front of the house, the foyer has been expanded. The kitchen now has easy access, and just for looks, we added this sliding door.
Well, it wasn't actually just for looks. As a designer, it bothered me just a little bit to come in the front door and be able to see all the way to the back door. So we wanted to be able to give them some privacy if in fact they needed it. So they can close this off if they're at home in the evenings and want to kind of cozy up in their space. But on a daily basis, as the kids run downstairs and need to get into the kitchen, this just kind of hangs out open, looks pretty, and gives easy access to get to the rest of the house.
One of the good things about this project was as we were doing the main house, we were doing this house at the same time. And we decided to bring some things in to repurpose from the main house into this kitchen. So the island, except for the countertop, is from the original house. We just pulled it out, set it in here, put new knobs on it, new countertop, reused the cooktop. We reused the microwave and the oven. So those are just some elements that we brought over here, streamlined the project, saved some money, and kept stuff out of the landfill. So around the existing island, we did bring in new cabinetry, new sink, new countertops, backsplash, under cabinet lighting. So it has some nice features about it. This is a full-size kitchen, perfectly fine for any normal house. But if we were to look around over here this way, this is where there used to be two garage doors. Right here, side by side, full-size doors, and we've made this the main living area. And one of the customer's priorities was a fireplace, so this fireplace is a little bit, obviously smaller than the one in the other house, but it's just a nice smaller version, which just fits the scale for this room. We left it open because it is kind of a studio apartment or pool house, because it is right off of the swimming pool in the backyard, and this could be used for an area for people to hang out if they're swimming or just to relax. So the wide open space is really great, and I think it works very well.
Yeah, and don't forget that we were able to do a full-size master bathroom in this space as well, with a tub shower and a double vanity and literally, this is a true studio apartment that someone can live in full-time, and they do. In this case, they needed a mother-in-law suite, so that's kind of how they use it. But again, it was great to be able to do this at the exact same time that we were working on the other house and make it seamless.
Good job.